Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Arjun Chowdhury. Here are the top stories that we're tracking for you on Friday, the 1st of April. Death toll crosses 20 in unfinished flyover collapse in eastern India. US, Saudi Arabia impose joint sanctions against Lasker-e-Taiba supporters. And now for all the details. Death toll in the bridge collapse in India's eastern Kolkata city crosses 20 as rescue operations entered the last leg. While nearly 100 have been rescued, many are reported with serious trauma injuries. Rescuers worked all night with cranes and jackhammers to clear concrete slabs and steel girders from the 110-yard length of the flyover that broke off suddenly and crashed down on pedestrians and vehicles on the road below on Thursday. Authorities, however, said the chances of finding survivors in the wreckage had dwindled. The flyover is located at the hub of the wholesale market, and the livelihoods of thousands who reside in the area are linked with the market. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is in Washington DC to attend the 4th Nuclear Security Summit, made an intervention during the dinner hosted by US President Barack Obama on nuclear security threat perception. He said nuclear security must remain an abiding national priority, and all states must completely abide by their international obligations.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with leaders from over 50 countries, attended the working dinner hosted by President Barack Obama. The 4th Nuclear Security Summit, an initiative of President Obama, seeks to coordinate international efforts to prevent acts of nuclear terrorism. Making an intervention during the dinner, Prime Minister Modi thanked President Obama for putting the spotlight on nuclear security and acknowledged his efforts for global security. Prime Minister Modi also met a team of scientists of Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory or LIGO project in Washington DC that recently proved the existence of gravitational waves. Indian government has approved an outlay of $1.81 billion for the establishment of LIGO project in the country.
China has once again blocked India's bid in the United Nations to ban terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed's chief MasoodAzhar, who allegedly is a mastermind of the Pathankot terror attack in India. Analysts say Beijing should leave its duality and start cooperating with India on the issue of terrorism.
China for the second time blocked India's move to seek the United Nations ban on MasoodAzhar, chief of the Pakistan-based terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed or JEM. According to reports, China requested the UN committee which was considering the ban to hold on to the decision just hours before the deadline on Thursday. India's efforts to ban Azhar after the 2008 Mumbai terror attack also did not materialize, as China, which is one of the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council, vetoed the move allegedly at the behest of Pakistan. Analysts say that such a move exposes Beijing's duality, as it itself is a victim of militancy.
That on the one hand they say terrorism is on the right, the threat of terrorism, and yet they go and block the declaration of a terrorist by the Security Council of Azhar Masood and others even. This shows the hypocrisy, the dual approach, which will land China in trouble itself.
Experts also say that the international community should build pressure on China against its decision.
The international community should build pressure on China and try to correct this path. Because there are no good terrorists or bad terrorists. All of them have interconnectivity. They are all cooperating with each other.
After the attack on the Indian airbase in the northern city of Pathankot on January 2nd, India had appealed to the UN calling for immediate action to list Azhar under the Al-Qaeda Sanctions Committee. India alleges that MasoodAzhar was the mastermind of the Pathankot attack that left 7 Indian security personnel dead.
Moving on, Saudi Arabia and the United States imposed joint sanctions targeting Pakistan-based militant group Lasker-e-Taiba or LET. The two countries announced on Thursday. The sanctions targeted 4 individuals and 2 affiliated organizations, which the U.S. Treasury Department said was a front for Al-Qaeda. This is the second time that the United States and Saudi officials have coordinated their actions to disrupt the finances of Islamist militant groups in South Asia. Last April, they levied joint sanctions against the Al-Furqan Foundation Welfare Trust, also based in Pakistan and Afghanistan. News from Nepal. It's been almost 2 months after Nepal's ethnic Madhesi community called off their strikes at the Indo-Nepal trade points. But the black marketing of essential goods and commodities continue to prevail in the country's southern region, which is mainly dominated by Madhesi community. Locals allege that the markets in Madhesi-dominated areas are not getting the proper share of the supply.
The ethnic Madhesi community claims that they are facing shortage of fuels and other essential products, even though the supply of goods from India resumed more than a month ago. Despite of over 70% of imports flow through the Birgunj-Raxaul trade points, locals complain of rampant black marketing. They have also urged the government to take note of the situation and resolve the problem soon.
मधेश का मांग नहीं मिला अभी तक और बाजार दुकान हर कुछ खुल गया है और खुलने के बाद भी यहाँ पर काला बाजारी बहुत अभी ज़्यादा हो चुका है। ना गैस मिल रहा है, ना तेल मिल रहा है समय से, लेकिन अभी तक हमारे क्या है कि मधेश में यहाँ पर काला बाजारी अभी कोई बंद नहीं हुआ है और बहुत सामान जो है अभी तक उपलब्ध नहीं हो रहा है। इसीलिए अभी तक हम लोग यहाँ पर जनता अभी समस्या में है। उस समस्या का समाधान कैसे होगा, सरकार कितना गैर है, सरकार को ये सोचना चाहिए।
The Madhesi community, which has been protesting against the new constitution for ignoring its interests, had called off their strike and blockade at the Indo-Nepal border in February. The decision had brought relief to the Himalayan nation, which was severely short of fuel, medicine and other supplies in the wake of blockade. But some still complain that essential commodities do not reach them.
More than 600,000 youths will cast their votes for the first time in India's northeastern province, Assam, in the forthcoming assembly elections due in April. Infrastructure and employment are high on their list. A report.
With Assam getting ready to elect a new government in upcoming provincial polls, youth in Assam are gearing up to vote with high hopes and expectations. Here, employment remains a common matter of concern among the youngsters. There is excitement and energy among first-time voters who are going to give a tough time to the political parties.
पहले तो मैं यही सोचती हूँ कि जो भी हो एम्प्लॉयमेंट ज़्यादा बढ़ना चाहिए कंट्री में, देश में। और ये नहीं है कि कौन सा पार्टी मतलब जीतेगा, लाइक बीजेपी कांग्रेस, ऐसा नहीं है। जो बेस्ट करेगा हम उसी को सपोर्ट करेंगे। लाइक जो गांव-गांव में लाइट सड़कें बनाएंगे, हम उनको सपोर्ट करेंगे।
हम लोग स्टूडेंट हैं, इसलिए हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट करेगा कि हम लोग का एजुकेशन जो है ना लेवल थोड़ा बड़ा हो और हम लोग को मतलब जब हम निकलेगा डिग्री पास करके तभी हमको जॉब भी मिले।
देखते हैं कि हर कोई मतलब जैसे कि बीजेपी इस बार है, वो लोग तो बोलेंगे ना कि हम लोग ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, पर वोट मिलने के बाद जीतने के बाद किसी को पता नहीं ना कि वो लोग करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे।
The northeastern province that has been ruled by the Congress party for the last 15 years goes to polls next month in 2 phases on April 4 and 11.
The Indian cuisine is as wide-ranging as its multi-ethnic culture. One of these is the non-veg kebabs in India's northern Lucknow, which is known for its tender texture and the royale attached to it.
Fondly known as the city of Nawabs, Lucknow city in India's northern province, Uttar Pradesh, is famous for tunde kebabs. More than 100-year-old tunde kebabi is a regular haunt of kebab lovers. An interesting history is attached to this delicacy. Tunda refers to a person without an arm, and the person who created this dish did not have an arm.
देखिए हमारे ग्रैंडफादर ने शुरू किया था 1905 में और उनका एक हाथ नहीं था, एक हाथ से कबाब बनाते थे। वो एक हाथ से सारे काम अंजाम देते थे, प्याज काटते थे एक हाथ से पतंग के शौकीन थे, पतंग भी उड़ाते थे और ये हिस्ट्री ये है कि जब खाने दो जगह के मशहूर हुआ करते थे, एक लखनऊ दूसरे हैदराबाद। जब नवाब लोग बुढ़े होने लगे तो उन्होंने सोचा अब कौन सी डिशेज ऐसी तैयार की जाए जो हमारे अब दांत नहीं रहे कि गोश्त चबाया जाए या गोश्त उसको दांतों से फंस जाएगा बोटी, तो इसी वजह से कबाब को इजाद किया गया।
While the actual recipe of the dish remains a trade secret, over 100 spices go into the making of this royal kebab. It literally melts in your mouth like ice cream and is best served with rumali roti. The kebabs are created into patties and fried in a shallow pool of oil. They are usually cooked on a large pan in large groups. Tourists come from far and near to eat the famous delicacy.
हमने दिल्ली में भी कॉफ़ी, टुंडे कबाब, गलौटी कबाब खाए हैं, पर ऐसा जो टेस्ट जो यहाँ का है वो हमें खाने को कभी नहीं मिला। और यहाँ के जो स्पाइसेस हैं और सारी चीज़ें बहुत बढ़िया थी। हमने मटन कोरमा ट्राई किया, काफ़ी सॉफ्ट था, काफ़ी अच्छा था। हमने बहुत एंजॉय किया अपनी फैमिली के साथ और हम फिर आएंगे यहाँ पर।
Tucked away in a small lane in the bustling center of the old city, the name and fame of this eatery has gone beyond Lucknow and even India.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Death toll crosses 20 in unfinished flyover collapse in eastern India. US Saudi Arabia imposed joint sanctions against Lasker-e-Taiba supporters. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. We can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time next week. Have a great weekend and good night.